Okay, hey guys, so welcome to another trade review, and today we'll be looking at the 26th of September. So I've just read my trade journal. Basically today did two trades, right? So first of all, let's have a look at the trading journal to have a look at the economic calendar first. Economic calendar is always the what's that called? Economic calendar is always the TV program session. Yeah, of where are we expecting. Okay, so as I said for today, basically Thursday it will be a good day to trade, Friday will be a good day to trade, Monday won't be a good day to trade. That's why you see my Monday trade was really suck. Okay, it was a bad day to trade. Tuesday got the Fed Powell chairman speak, so not really nice day to trade also. And the nicest day to trade is on Thursday, and Friday will be nice to trade as well. Okay, that's why you can see for the Monday we lost. Trying to pick tops. Tuesday we lost, and Wednesday, okay, Wednesday got it, and then Friday. All right. So basically Friday we were up $20, and so I'll have read this for a while. Then we will get into the trade review. Okay, so basically I read it, and all I can say is that hesitated to exit the trade again, and basically this time price was literally shooting up, which is later we'll see, and my entry was literally not at where I want it to be. That means I wasn't being patient lah. Okay, so we will have a look at this now. All right, 26th of September. So basically today I did two trades. All right, so let's try to get it nice and fast. 11 minute, yeah, I probably can get it within 1 hour. Yep, I can get it done within 1 hour. This would be a bit. Okay. And maybe I should put myself here. It's probably blocking the price. Let's keep it here. Bring this away. Alright, let's go. Okay, so first of all, we always look at the weekly chart, the higher time frame chart, and basically what we can see is we cleared the previous week high and we are below the previous week close. We literally went down to, if you measure the midpoint of this, okay, so probably between the midpoint and the quadrant, this is probably midpoint, this is probably quadrant, and you can measure the optic levels. That means the one quadrant, you divide it somewhere 1/16 of it. So that is where all the fair value gaps will be. Fair value gaps is only either two. ICT they said. First is either first presented fair value gaps. That means the first fair value gap after 9:30, the first fair value gap after the opening range. And second is the fair value gap that lies on a higher time frame context, which means a higher time frame week, optics, or higher time frame imbalance, fair value gap, quadrants, optics. That means I think it's optic, but basically usually I always measure the wick. We always measure the midpoint, upper quadrant, and lower quadrant. But now in between the upper quadrant and lower quadrant, let's say in between midpoint and the lower quadrant, we can measure again the midpoint, the upper quadrant, and lower quadrant. So here is where all the fair value gap will lies at. Alright? These are more advanced stuff with it, but basically ICT been teaching new stuff, and one thing very funny is that I just need to watch one time and all these things just like, oh aha, I just remember it. So I'm just sharing with you guys what is the thing that I've learned after seeing, and you can see that we traded above the previous week high, which is the last 3 days is always important. That means this today, yesterday, and the day before yesterday. And basically we fell short from the midpoint and the upper and the lower quadrant, and if you measure quadrant you can see we stopped at the optic level here. Okay, and we rejected higher now. So at the moment, looking at this weekly chart, I don't know where you want to be. I don't know where you want to go. This is now currently me looking at the weekly chart. I don't know where you want to go, to be honest. So I'll just stay sidelines. Now looking at the daily chart, same thing. What we can see here is that first of all, rejection at the lower quadrant level, smash lower. And then if here got wicks, measure this. Here is probably the lower quadrant, and here is probably the upper quadrant. Bodies is staying above it. We rejected below here, but then we close above it. And now we have this candle here, so and we traded below the previous day low here, and we are above it. So I don't know right now. Right now, gun to my head. What am I seeing? What we are gonna see is this. It's just a short scalp. Definitely gonna just expect the low, midpoint, oh quite straight, and the lower quadrant. So this is the next level that we will see. Do we find support at the lower quadrant here? We will reach up to the midpoint. Okay, then right now this is how we trade intraday. That means just going in, going out with the high time frame context. So right now, looking at price, it seems that it's getting close. We traded above the previous day low. So right now, next level I'm going to see is the lower quadrant level and the midpoint. So I hope here I got draw it out. I wish I draw it out. Okay, so the only one I drawed out is this lower quadrant. Okay, here this wicks. And we can find it is supported here. So at the moment we are bullish, but until where? Just until the best case scenario is you can reach the CE of it, the lower quadrant of it. These are all the best case scenario is if we can reach for it. If we cannot, so be it. Okay, but these are the levels that I'm looking at. Okay, the lower quadrant of it, the midpoint of it, these are levels that I'm looking at. Okay. So right now, did we touch the lower quadrant? Maybe. If we never, then that is where we are aiming for. If there's a 10-point range, then I will get it. But if we reached it, then the next level is see the CE of it. So here is the 15-minute chart. You can see here 15-minute chart. And then what we can see here is basically here. Okay, we literally supported at the daily quadrant. Had a displacement here, market structure shift, fair value gap, but we literally traded through that fair value gap and now we are above it. All right, so looks like another displacement here, but look at all this sloppy, all this chop, and to be honest, I don't really like this reaction. And now ICT said yesterday in one of his video, if this is an order block, okay guys, this is an inversion CB, okay, inversion fair value gap. So when order block is being traded to many times, okay, here what we'll do, we'll measure the quadrants of it, measure the midpoint of it, lower quadrant of it. So you can see stop loss just placed below here. Alright, if we have a wicks that touch the order block, you want to take note of it, just like the one here. This is an order block here. Order block here, we traded to it, rejected above, and see how many times we touch here. And how many times body stays above the upper quadrant of it. And this is basically telling you when price consolidates here. And again, time then price. Okay, right now, don't know what time is it here. But we will look later when we shift into other charts. But basically, here is just consolidation. And it's normal. It's probably not the time yet. Order block. And then the fact that we touch so many times at the order block, these are all smart money accumulation here, and we are ready for a big explosion to the upside. Okay, that is what we are always expecting, right? So this is what I'm expecting. And just because of ICT newest video, if price can reject at the order block a few times, that means they are giving opportunity for smart money to enter. So basically we can anticipate a nice run. Okay, so this is order block, here is propulsion block, it's lower beautifully and take off just like that. Take off to where? To the midpoint and lower quadrant of it. So basically here I would enter. If here is at 9:30, I'll go down to 1 minute, see do we have any sort of fair value gap or what sort here. I would think of entering here and aim for upper here. Okay, so later I'll see if we can get any levels here. But this one thing, there's no price here, so I can't really see it. What price? Okay, 1 hour chart. Because see how we rejected at the lower quadrant here. That is beautiful rejection also, guys. Okay. And this displacement here, that just tells everything. Alright, I want to see, do we go to lower time frame? Okay, so this is a 15-minute chart. Let's see, do we drop? And we will use this as a reclaim BC right now. Okay, everything I'm anticipating here as a reclaim BC because we traded at the order block here with the inversion C wave here. Okay, so we got many contacts here holding the price here, and this measurement, this C wick here also, this wick here also, this wicks here. Okay, so I'm seeing all these things. Okay, so basically I want to see here. Okay, and now we have the time. So let's look at the time. The time is 9 o'clock here. Okay, and I remember today we have a news at 8:30, right? Okay, we have a rate news at 8:30. So right now it's 8:36. Okay, it's 8:36, and usually we want to expect the news time to act like Judah swing. That means if you are bullish, you want to expect the news to like trade down to clear sell side. Okay, so everything is Judah swing. If 8:30 go up, we are likely to go down during later. Okay, so see if we clear any London sell side or any sorts of sell side. So here we had some buy side. We cleared the buy side. All right. So I want to look at the lower time frame. See if we can get anything. Come on, change to 5 minute. So this buy side here is midnight. Okay, so this is Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. buy side. Okay, so here we got highs, then this buy side is still clean also. So 4 hour, oh my god, we're still at the 4 hour chart, and what you can see in 4 hour, it is quite a nice displacement here. On 4 hour chart, we are looking real bearish. Alright. Don't look at this as buy side. Look at how price is rejecting at the fair value gap. Here, not even lower quadrant. We stopped it at lower quadrant, drop lower. Another market structure shift. Fair value gap here, drop lower. Order block. Now we have another fair value gap here. We are trading this CB here. Okay. So right now we are trading up to the order block. So definitely I want to see this fair value gap. Do we hold price to the downside? Because at the moment things in the 4 hour chart here looks really bearish. If you can see fair value gap, nice displacement, clean chart, clean price action here. Look at this BC. This is the Venom. BC, this is balanced price range. Bam, lower. Respected here. Bam, lower. Right now seems like we're trading up. Maybe we're going to trade up here. Because if it were to be bearish, it may just continue here like that. Alright. But maybe we reach some levels here. Okay. Maybe these weeks we have reached the midpoint of it. So I want to see here. If I can see here. Okay, sorry you guys can see. If I can see these wicks here, I'm going to measure it as well. Okay, I'm going to measure the midpoint of it, but here under may be still long. There's something maybe still there. All right. So let's get back. Okay, 5 minute chart. Also another displacement. Again, we have 4 hour chart. I want to see here. Do we have any lower wicks? Okay. So I draw this CB. This 4 hour CB, and what you can see is that we support here, traded through. Support here again just to trade to a CB, then go lower. But right now we are trading above it. So right now you see, do we have some support level? If we never fill in this CB, and this order block may offer rejection to price, it's good if we don't expect this fair value gap to be traded to, because we got the order block here, and that will show firmness. But now what I'm seeing is, do we have rejection at this fair value gap? Trade lower. Do we find support? If we find support, then we may come up to this 4 CB. If we don't find support and just close below the midpoint of this, then we may just continue lower. So at the moment, 50-50. All right, nice, 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 guys, nice. Okay, so here I measure the CE wick, which is the 4 hour, which is the one that I want to see. So you can see bodies is respecting the midpoint of it. So we had reached a level to anticipate and to it's reasonable for a retracement. Why? You look at this. Let me put my head off first. You look at here. What happened here? Okay, we traded into this BC, left this much gap here, rejection. Okay, this means bullish. Bam, 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 higher. Then now the next time, you can see we probably measure at the C wick here also. We probably stop date here also. Okay. So wicks, both wicks also, you see the midpoint, then you see which one. You see one of it will really get that low. Okay, I think it's this one. Let's measure here. Pull, get straight, get it straight, get it straight, get it straight. Okay, you can see we really touch here. Beautifully the C wick here. Okay, rejection. Up. Then we see bearish, right? Very firm bearish to downside, downside. Another displacement of downside. We reach the C wick. Right now, it is reasonable for a retracement to the upside. And bodies tell stories, and this is a 4 hour chart, is a high time frame chart. So basically, if high time frame chart, definitely you want to take note. High time frame is parent. So what you can see right here is this 4 hour C wick holding support. This is a 4 hour order block, and we traded through this 4 hour CB. So right now I'm going to expect if we come down here, I'm going to see on lower time frame, can we support to trade up into this CB. But if we reach up there first, then no trade to be taken. If we haven't reached up there and we come down here, reject here, retracement here, then we can look for a long opportunity. Just a small scalp to get like 5 points. Okay. Okay, so now seeing how we rejected a 4 hour chart, we may want to reach for that buy side. Okay, so now 15-minute displacement. I want to see 5 minute. Come on, give me 5 minute. Okay, so what did I measure here? So what I measured is this 4 hour order block. Okay, this 4 hour order block, and I'm pulling up the quadrants of it. I want to see how we react at there, because this fair value gap coincides with the order block, bearish order block. So we want to see how price reacts there. Okay. Okay, so we want to see, do we reject from here? And now this is the 15-minute chart. Okay, so I want to see if we reject here lower here, want to see on lower time frame what it looks like here. Okay, 1 minute chart. All right, guys, listen here. If I saw that 4 hour CE wick, that rejection, we have this displacement here, this fair value gap here, inside this 4 hour CB, look how we close above the midpoint of it, and then I will definitely enter in this fair value gap. Okay, because of the 4 hour rejection here, bullish rejection, bodies respecting it, then this right here is a displacement also. Then next, what we are seeing is, if you measure the midpoint of this, you will see that here is where the fair value gap is at. So the lower quadrant of it, price trade into it, definitely a good time to enter long here. Okay, because 4 hour chart looking bullish, so definitely I will go long here, because bodies tell stories. Bodies close above the midpoint of this 4 hour CB, and the fact we did this, I like this reaction. So here I will enter long. Stop loss 6 at, let's say stop loss as 6668, entry maybe at 6678. Okay, so it's a 10-point stop loss. All right, and this is the order block right here, 4 hour order block. All right, so here can enter long, and I don't want to see bodies closing below this 4 hour CB, because if we close there, we got a lot to overcome. Okay, may find resistance here for a while and stuff. Okay, so right now my stop loss will just be placed here. Alright, maybe at 6672. So entry at 66. So maybe like my 5 points are, that is what I will do. Because what I'm expecting is 8:30 news. During the 8:30 news, that means I want to expect displacement, want to expect low resistance. This is what we are expecting because we respected the 4 C week and it's the news time. And when it's the news time, we inject liquidity and therefore you want to see price move. And because we have that displacement is after 8:30 news, so it's alright to enter. News has already happened here. Displacement, this fair value gap, I definitely enter. Stop loss will be placed here. I won't even place low here. I'll place here because I don't want to see price fill up this CB. Sorry, fill up this BC because based on the context, okay, based on the context, low resistance is expected because we just after a news. And based on the rejection at the 4-hour CB week, everything is expected. I'm going to expect bullish, nice, few candles, expansion kind of reaction. So I can just enter here and get out at the 4-hour order block. Alright. So this is going to be 10 points already. So let's say I enter at 6678, 6689. Okay, so this is like within the 10-point range. I will get it out here and done also. That can be a trade also. Right now, me looking at this trade, I definitely will just enter this trade like this. Okay. And it's just a small scalp to the 4-hour order block, right? Done. Easy trade, 10 points. I will maybe won't even get 10 points, just take 5 points are good enough. And this right here, order block. Let's say if I miss this entry here, if I miss this displacement entry here, this price the trade into it, here, order block, bam. Here also can 6680 to let's say 6687 also. Within 10-point range, more than 5-point range, I'm more than happy to take this kind of trade. Here my stop loss will just be placed here below the order block. So I'll show you guys like, because right now it's already, sorry. Okay, let's go. Say at the lower quadrant order block, let's see, do we have rejection? Okay, look at this. We have rejection at the 4-hour order block here. We will still continue seeing some more. So I'm drawing the new day opening gap. So okay, so at the order block here, draw all the end locks. So right now we are trading lower into this fair value gap. Okay, Nasdaq have the fair value gap also. Dollar is not spooling higher. Did I enter here? Don't tell me enter here. So here, this entry can enter or not? Can. No problem. Okay, but if I enter here, make sure I'm just going to get out here because we are pretty high already. So you want to enter and get out. Alright. So enter here, stop loss place here. Exit can be just here. Depending on how we see dollar lah. Okay, let's see. What dollar do, what Nasdaq do. Okay. At the moment looks like in symmetry. Nasdaq looks like it's firm. Okay. S&P we have an immediate rebalance. This shows firmness also. So this right here can give me confidence to enter the trade in here. Okay, because I see if it immediately rebalance, when it enters here, I'm gonna enter here, stop loss just place here. Okay, let's say 6685. Okay, stop loss at 6680. So 5 points can enter here and expect price to trade up here some more. No problem to the upper quadrant of the 4-hour order block. Okay, dollar, I want to see consolidate, don't spool higher. Okay, but right now we got quite okay. This is forex. Forex. Right now looks like dollar. Cleared some sell side. Might want to look higher. Want to see reject in this inversion BC. Want to see stay here. And euro. Don't know what it wants to do. Okay, so what I can do here for just a short scalp measure here to here, get that negative 0.25 retracement level. Okay. get a negative retracement level here, and I can get out and be contented with it. Okay, so here hypothetically, just to demonstrate, not a demonstrate. Okay, dawn looking is good. Everything is looking good. Guys, see this? Everything is looking good. Dollars pulling lower, that's good. Okay, Nasdaq support at the BC of the BC, that's good. Everything is looking alright. Okay, so I go long here, stop loss space here. Okay, good. This is good. Alright, this is good right now. No problem. Okay, I don't like what is happening here. The fact that we have traded through the midpoint here. Bodies have to close above the midpoint of this fair value gap, this midline. Okay, if body don't close here, body has to close here. If body don't close here, I'll just close the trade manually. Body has to close above it. Okay, here it has to close above here, above the midpoint. If it doesn't, no, because Nasdaq giving up the goals lower, that's not what we want. Bodies has to close above the midpoint. I'm seeing it. Okay, this is not good already. This is not nice to see already. Why? It's because look at this. We literally trade through and close below the fair value gap. And we rejected off from the order block, 4-hour order block, 4-hour opening price. So it is, if we still are bullish, a lot of things to overcome at the moment. Okay, so regardless of this order block, we might want to trade down into this fair value gap also. But right now, it has lost the plot. So, will I straight exit the trade now? No. I can still anticipate price to trade up into this inversion fair value gap, right? It's part of an entry for price want to go lower. So, I won't exit here. When it enters here, okay, here is my time to exit. Okay, here's my time to exit the trade. I'll show you guys where I'll exit the trade. Touch here. When you touch here, touch. Okay, here. Here is where I will exit the trade. Okay, here. Or here also can. Let's trade up inside here. Okay, so all this is where I'll exit the trade because it's fine to expect that retracement, right? It's normal. So here only I'll exit the trade. So basically 12 ticks, 3 points, I save myself like 1-2 points of loss. A save is a save, and because it is a logical save also, okay? So right now, the fact that we traded through the order block and displacement away for it, let's see the CB. Do it find price to reach lower? Because we might right now looking at this. So here I still held on a trade, but actually I don't like even in my journal I say I hesitated. I didn't like what price was doing here already. Now me just close the trade. I wouldn't even bother when price trade up into here into the CB. I managed to get a higher fill. Stop loss done. Easy. 10 points. Okay. Okay, we traded up to the midpoint of it again. Good. This is the second chance for me to exit the trade right now at a better deal. Okay. But dollar is going lower. Dollar is going lower. Looking okay. Okay, so that is the second time. But I didn't get it. Alright. I didn't exit the trade. And that is why right now I'm going to anticipate us to lose this trade. Nasdaq giving up the ghost from the lower low, but S&P is pulling lower. Okay, no problem. Okay, why am I still holding on the trade? Still acceptable because we might just pull out because dollar is pulling lower, but not Nasdaq. Nasdaq is ugly. S&P is basically saying, okay, I'm still strong. Okay, I'm still firm. As long as dollar don't start pulling higher, it's good to stay in the trade right now. Okay. Nope, looks like we're not getting it. Alright, and I think I'm gonna get stopped out. The dollar's not pulling lower, then there's no point holding on to the trade already. There's so many opportunities for me to exit the trade. But I didn't exit the trade. You see, hesitated. I put at the cursor there, hesitated to exit the trade. It's 8:50 macro right now. We may go lower because we rejected off that order block here. 850 macro, look price to reach lower. So now, since we are trading through this inversion failure gap, when price go up here, I can pop the short, stop loss place just above the failure gap, aim for this sell side. This can be a small scalp, alright? This can be a small scalp also, no problem. Just 5 points is all you need, right? Okay, because 5 minute we have this BC here, so it's reasonable for the rejection, right? I was being patient, I was being impatient. That's my very reason. Alright, so now what I'm expecting, see clean lows here, super as clean lows here. Use this inversion failure gap as entry. See how it rejected away from that. That is what beautiful. That is what we want to see. Alright. So the 3 minute inversion failure gap, 1 minute CB is all good. So now expect price to trade up here. We get one time entry D. We get one time entry D. So right now, what you can do is only just enter at where you are allowed to, like where we have the entry. Like what I can do is wait for this for fair gap to trade below this BC, because once it close this BC, act up as inversion fair gap, go lower. That would be better for me. Alright, so we're seeing all the sell side here. Alright guys, so I'm getting tired. Let's faster end this. Okay, so this inversion fair gap, we close through market structure shift. Alright, got displacement here. This is a nice displacement, guys. See if a fair gap forms. I'm just getting ready my sell limit order right now. If a fair gap forms at the midpoint of this for BC, that would be amazing. That would be beautiful. Okay, because a fair gap only forms at the higher time frame level. Okay, it's inside the 950 macro. We are inside the 950 macro. Good. We literally form a CB at the 4 hour CE, 4 hour CB here. We close below this BC. So right now the inversion fair gap is valid. Here is order block. Alright. This right here is order block. Bearish order block because coincide with this inversion BC. So right now guys, where I entry is beautiful entry. Okay, I am very confident with this trade. We got sell side super clean, rejected off the 4 hour order block. We show resistance. Everything is telling me that okay, we are short term going bearish. 4 hour chart also was bearish. Wait for it. Be patient. Okay, be patient. Be patient. Okay, let's say if I don't get filled here. Let's say if price just touch here and rejected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just use the opening of the price of any of the next candle. Use the opening of the next candle. Okay, and when you trade above it, just enter short. This is all I learned from ICT one. Okay, so let's say we're not getting filled, right? Just be patient. Okay, good. Lucky I write patience here. Okay, so we cleared a 4 hour CB and we literally touched it and rejected lower, and that is fine. That is nice. That is what we like to see. Okay, so let's see. So right now the 15 minute sell side is a 4 hour lower quadrant also. Okay, no problem. That's why we want high time frame as a parent, so we know what it's doing. So it's doing very well. It's doing very well right now. The rejection away. These are still showing firmness. Daily chart might go down to the lows here, might go down to the midpoint here, 6643.25. I'm gonna take note of this level. Okay. Okay, nice rejection at the 4-hour chart. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, so here not much. So 15 minutes, you see, we cleared buy side. When we clear buy side, you can expect price to reach more easily to sell side because we clear some buy side here. During the 8:30 news, we cleared the buy side. So we can expect sell side right here. Cleared buy side, touch where? Okay, guys, we cleared buy side, touch where? What is this level? This level is here. This level is 4-hour CB and the order block stuff. Okay, we touch here, we rejected lower. This is telling us bearishness. And right now, I'm looking at this inversion fair gap, even though bodies haven't closed below this 15-minute fair gap. Right now, I'm already looking this as an inversion fair gap. So I'm going to measure here the midpoint, the quadrant, the lower quadrant level at lower time frame, and any CB that forms there, any PD raise can be used as bearish there. All right. So I want to see a lower time frame. Okay. So basically, this is what we see in the 1-minute chart, a displacement dimension. That's why I enter short here. And I'm expecting sell side here because we cleared buy side also. I'm just being patient here. But you see, we cleared buy side. Remember, this is the 4-hour chart. You see, it's 5-minute order block. Look at my stop loss. My stop loss up here is like super safe. All right, it's super safe. I'm not even afraid looking at the 5-minute chart. And look at how we rejected off the lower quadrant here, and you pull an optic measure. So one midpoint, you can see how we stopped it at there. Okay, I pulled down my stop loss a little bit. Okay, dollars pulling higher is good. Here, this is coloring outside the lines, but you can see bodies is staying inside the midpoint of the CB. That is what we want to see, and Nasdaq is good in symmetry. All right. Okay. Okay. So nice. I want to see speed below this market, below this swing low, and this is the 5-minute CB. You want to see a straight through it, don't support and stuff. That means the trade have a lot to overcome. We want to see nice displacement lower. Good. If it forms another difference, dollar is pulling higher. Guys, right now is only what we call symmetry market. Dollar is going higher. Okay. And Nasdaq S&P going lower. I'm just measuring right now to see the firmness. How Nasdaq will trade below the CB. If it trades and firm below, that will give me a lot of good confidence that S&P is also going to trade lower. Okay, want to see us close below this 4-hour CB low right now. Very good. Looks good. It looks good. Traded through. Form a fair value gap, and I'm not going to expect this fair value gap to be traded to also. So form directly at the C or this 5-minute CB. That's why this fair value gap work is important. Okay, displacement lower. We are already more than 5 points here. Nice, we are in symmetry. That's why I'm not worried about holding this trade even more than 5 points. And see this reaction. Look how we go up and rejected through. Okay, and we see this reaction here. Okay, see here. Okay. Look at how we traded up here, stopped it at a 5-minute C of CB and B of BC and trades lower, displays lower. Right now, this fair value gap. Right now, I can trail my stop loss lower right now. Okay, trail my stop loss lower, definitely. Okay, good. Here is also fine. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Can you see a nice displacement? Literally just bam. And you see where am I entering the trade? I'm entering the trade at the fulcrum point here. Okay. Here to here, we got a fulcrum point. This one to this one, fulcrum point, -2 level. That is where I put my target. This one and this one can measure another fulcrum point also. use Fibonacci to get levels. Okay, so where's my entry? My TP is at the -2 level. Okay, 9:30, beautiful. Okay, so you can see here we are up $20. Just to trade, lost one, win the other, and you can see we are coming down to the sell side. You so see that pulling. Okay, nice pull here. So right now, let's say if I'm still holding on to the trade, stop loss, pull down to break even. Aim for the sell side, good, nice. That is rejection? No, not nice. Anyway, that's it for today's trade. The fact that we rejected higher, they want to engineer more sell side here, but I'm done for the trade. I'm done for the day. After this nice pull lower, I just got it here and I'm done. And the fact that I never take any sell side is because I don't want to, make that I want to be correct. I just want to be profitable. And because the first trade is a loss, the main thing is to recover the trade. So I recovered the trade and I was in profit. Who couldn't ask for more better things, right? So anyway, guys, that's it for today's trade review. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay? Bye. Yeah, so guys, welcome to another trade review, and this is today just finished trading the 26th of September. Okay, so yeah, the first trade I literally didn't know what I was doing. I hesitated to close the trade when I feel I lost the plot. I didn't even know what I was doing. Yeah, so then later I waited for another trade and it was 9:15. We had displacement, we had CB, and bam, the trade painted out very beautifully. And today is my first 10-point run. Okay, and I was thinking I want to take it lower, but then I just told myself, okay, this is going to be my first 10-point trade, so just take a 10-point first, because it was a bread and butter setup. I was expecting to the today's new day opening gap. Okay, but then I just tell myself, okay, 10 points, just take it, and that's it. Okay, be contented. And we got it, and there we go. I'm out in profits for the week because today is a Friday, and that first trade really fucked me up. I really felt like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I entered the trade, I didn't like it, and I tell myself, okay, because we form a CB and I know price gonna reach the CB out there, so I was telling myself, okay, if price reach for the CB, I'm going to exit the trade. But when price started reaching for the CB, I didn't exit the trade. It started changing into, oh, I think it's going to go up right now. Let me go up first, let me go up first, make it in green, then I'll close the trade. So, yeah, this is one thing. Stick to the plan. I didn't like the trade already, and I was expecting just a tiny retracement just to minimize my loss. Then stay at there. Just get out of the trade and save your mental capital and just wait for the next trade. Because if today I was to close the first trade at 9 ticks, yeah, I remember it went up 9 ticks, minus 9 ticks, so it's like 2 points, 2 points like $10 only. Okay, then I would have waited for the next trade, displacement, fair value gap, bread and butter setup, and I would be much in profit. But you can see the first trade when I entered, right, I didn't like the entry as well. Okay, I entered pretty low, not where I expected to enter, so the stop loss also was pretty big, was more than 5 points. Okay, so yeah, that's it.